signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first. Did you hear that?
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there. Positions! This stance, stay back!
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals!
Hinaya, don't be scared! We're coming to help!
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
My guiding stars!
Motion to compel!
Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before. Sorry.
Why did you leave by yourself? You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just... Everything happened because of me. If I'm gone...
Yeah! Everyone's working together towards a happier ending!
It's alright if it's me. As long as the... You guys are the kindest people I've ever met.
Listen to me. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilu, there will always be a victim. Whether it's me, you can't win a debate against the academia. Especially, my father is an He's always wanted me to become an exception. I tried my best to meet his expectations, but he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, I'm no genius. But yeah, like I'd know.
So that's why you ran away from home?
At first, I thought the father would... For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this
I see. When we were embroidering...
Yeah. Sorry for not... I was tired of him yelling at me But... he was more angry than... You think you should be proud of 3rd place? I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother... They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I've completely given up. We're destined...
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand. He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. He just wants everything to happen according to his wish. What we cherish.
It sounds like your past has had a...
I understand. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something...
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
No. There should be something else that's more relevant. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing... No. There should be something else that's more relevant.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life, but she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing. She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Interpret it?
I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bonds with everyone, and also gave you the opportunity to become friends with us. Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
When I ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflicts behind. But you're right.
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way.
You're right. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's this.
Let's go. I know him very well. Even if he...
All right?
Hey there. Excuse us, but is Sino at the...
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with him.
Oh? If you don't mind, what...
Siraj.
Siraj... That name sounds familiar.
Vahumana...
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir.
I want to report him. For conducting a date, he kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower.
There's no rush. Please. What kind of experiments was he conducting?
I don't...
Huh? You...
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started... It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just... Oh! I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
even if what you say is... All right. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra Light.
You think I'm
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while?
Huh? I'll hate them.
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kinda weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm unsurprised. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Trevor?
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham to participate in this investigation. As for you oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry. Our lips are...
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given. So we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any...
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're...
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
Sure.
He's the same as ever. Casually ignoring people, just like he did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we...
No, I have no recollection.
Haha, I thought so too.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the...
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham? We've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Alhaitham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really work? What have I got myself into?
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No. He's all yours.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Follow me.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Oh, Hatham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Yes. We were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia. My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again?
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how...
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the... Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done. But I do vaguely remember that there are 2 things that I have to do
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from... I'm not sure about the details, but it seems...
And the second thing? What's the second?
I can't remember.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we...
Losing your memories.
Oh, thank you so much. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of... But amidst all that, nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing... Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got...
I see. In that case, let's go and find who...
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars, but that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. How? Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra.
Understood. Then,
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Is this acceptable?
I have no objections.
Ilyas? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, it's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
I see.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head. It hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution. First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the Overmind. This Overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate the rapid exchange of information within the collective.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization. Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just as Al-Haytham said. Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs. Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry! We have to stop him before it's complete!
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the—
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However,
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here. Let's go.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh? Do you know something?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is John. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilias?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you... Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the... Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please, wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear. I don't...
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it. So I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, but I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything.
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into it?
Yes.
All right. Then let's return to the House of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck. let's split up for now. Ilyas, you go and deal with that. The rest of you, come to the archives with me. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
Maybe I'll borrow something to read.
Okay. The important files from the last few years.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a...
Huh?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the mod. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent... What is it? Or any memory?
No, it's just... my head feels... Did I seriously do that?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's...
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black...
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? Ilias!
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting my...
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always...
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two! Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find... So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh,
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, it's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to...
conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good.
More so these two. My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of...
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone... Strange, isn't it?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by
It'd be great if I could think like you. But...
Really? That, Paimon remembers the... What about the other one?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj.
You're right.